Good day, everyone. Darkness of the Stars here, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. Episode... I don't even remember. It was like 6 or 7, my dudes. Anyways, in the last episode, some crazy shit happened. That's all I gotta say. Let's see. Sayori hung herself. Then she disappeared, and there's no such thing as Sayori now. Same, not tired, and it's a few minutes from 6 AM. Oh my god, my dude! Sweet, let's pull a 24-hour together. Alright, so let's get moving on then. Alright, we will write a poem like we have been before. Wonderful depression, unstable, shopping comfort, blanket, friend, color. And this is a regular thing for me. Oh, damn. Really? Honestly, my whole sleep schedule is just fucked up, so yeah, why not fuck it up more? Alright. This is not a good way to start. I have very few friends. No, Black has very few friends. Though, on the inside of it, they got rid of all the good stuff. He is quite hopeless. Though he does really love nature. And staring into that crimson ash world. Some days, he just wishes he could find a box of chocolates. But with the fact that he never can, and he only has one friend following him, tears fall from his eyes. As his vitality surely drains. He knows his whole family is dead. And that they'll be that way for all eternity. But to bring the world back to the way it was is his existence. He made that a promise to lots of people. After they all died. Mostly his childhood friends. He just wished one day he could feel the raindrops once more. But he knows that God's judgment from now on has been completely destroyed, and he now lives inside an infernal hell of a dark world. But he has the determination to turn the world back to the way it was. For he is heaven sent to save the world from the ash. That is his destiny. Like, hi again, Blackstar. Glad to see you didn't, like, run away from us. Nah, don't worry. And this might be a little strange to me, but at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. What the hell? Thanks for keeping your promise. I hope this isn't too overwhelming for a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. What? Oh, come on! Like he deserves any slack. Yuri had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Hey, you're over the text box. I cannot read that. What else? The music is getting like higher pitched. Okay, okay, I know what you're saying. Natsuki, Natsuki, you like certainly have like a big mouth for someone who keeps their manga collection hidden in like the class club room. Monica. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki pops back into her seat. I'm sorry. We'll be sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots. I think. Okay, it turned back to normal. Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyways, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't usually say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. So it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, that's not it, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club, so even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I don't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you want to. It says, how is this girl accidentally being so cute? Cause she's sexy as fuck. I'm sorry, guys. She picked out a book she thinks I like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. Yeah, the music is messing around with itself. I can hear it now. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled, and I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. Can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm actually curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I feel bad for distracting her from reading. Catch a glimpse of her at the cover of her book. It looks like the same book she had lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah! Shit! I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. Oh. I might have just sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed it in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I just wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious. How come you have two copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about anyways? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison, and people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and fixating them to... that might be a bit of a spoiler, but anyways, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. Yeah. It's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it's going to be a nice story, so the dark turn came from nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing? No, it's not that. I mean, I could definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story is the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. God damn, calm down, Yuri. Then suddenly... I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets incredibly... It's not even in history! Kind of forgot to pay attention to other people, so I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really didn't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. Least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Ah, well, that's true. In fact, might as well get started reading it, right? Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but what are you saying? Let me just get the book. Quickly retrieve the book that I had put in my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I sit in the seat next to Yuri. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, tell me if I just end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulders as I read. It's not particularly a bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. Glance over. Looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just bathing in the feeling of your body heat. What? Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? You know what? Settings. I'm gonna slow down the text speed a little. Maybe that will help. Yuri. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. I feel like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess this makes it kind of difficult to turn pages. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the other side of the book. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're held even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face. She's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I got a bit distracted for a second. Glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finished the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb... Yeah, I wanted to do this last time, but I didn't. My thumb gently letting go of the pages, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. And you all hate me now. I don't care. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guessed. What the hell? Look at her face. That's a crazy look. Ooh. Guess I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet, so I don't know why that came to my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hand on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyways, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Like Black Star, did something like happen just now? I have like no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. Nah, screw her. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's like nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we like start with sharing our poems with each other? Should we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I figured we could get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. Make a mental note of where I left off in the book, and I slip it back into my bag. There's not even a Yuri option. Oh boy. I'm gonna save. Let's go with Natsuki first, I guess. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Blackstar, if you're not gonna take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh? What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. You all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about, isn't it? Fine. Well, sorry. You get better anyways. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Don't you? You probably think it's stupid. Alright, I already read this. You don't need to read it again. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? If your writing style wouldn't make your message any less vivid, I could literally just skip this. Yeah, exactly. It's like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the word play. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then make it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, didn't you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Oh look, it doesn't even let me skip Monica. Like, hi Blackstar, having like a good time so far? Yeah. Like, good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're like new and everything, if you like ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't like be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. Much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Like, anyways, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Like, don't worry. We're all like a little embarrassed today, you know? But that's like some sort of barrier that we'll have to learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Like, great job. I was like, ooh in my head while reading it. It's like really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to like go for something like so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to like keep everyone's expectations low. That way, I like it always counts when I put in some effort. That's like not very fair. Well, I guess it worked out anyway. Was that me? Oh, that was me. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. You know, like Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that full of imagery and symbolism. Like sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is like totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing though, but like sometimes I get the impression that she's totally given up on like people. She spends like so much time in her own head. That's probably like a much more interesting place for her. That's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's like used to being indulged like that. She must like really starve for like social interaction. So don't blame her for like coming on strongly. Like earlier. Wait, what the hell? I think if she gets too stimulated, she'll end up like withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri, I'm back. Did I miss anything? Like, not really. Well, we all like started sharing our poems with each other. Already? I'm sorry for being late. Like, no need to apologize. We'll still have plenty of like time, so I'm glad you took all the time you needed. Alright, thanks Monica. I suppose I should get back to my poem now. Like, anyways, you want to read my poem now? Like, don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. But that's because I have to sound confident. But like, doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's like read it then. Hold on, wall. I already read this whole thing. Wait. Wait, no, what? It's continued. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings. But my burnt eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in the room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right here. He's right here. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. It's like, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really in the person feedback. It's like, okay, yeah, that's like the kind of style that's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, like, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on, like, the timing between the lines. When performed out loud, it can be really, like, powerful. What's the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not really sure how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of, like, epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, like something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everything is like, everyone is like better friends with each other. Anyways, here's Monica's writing tip of like the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or study, your brain gets like too fixated on a specific point. Oh my god, my voice is gonna be definitely dead tomorrow. If you like try so hard to make it perfect, then you will never make any progress. Just like force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this is, if you like keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So like move your hand and go with the flow. That's like my advice for today. Thanks for listening. So now I share with Yuri, right? Oh, fine. As Yuri reads the poem, he notices her eyes light up. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, then covering her whole face. Ugh, he's going to hate me. You really didn't have to do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Well, that's a huge compliment coming from you. It's actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me, blinks, and then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just mean, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words of the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical in new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try not to make their style very delicate. In other words, they tend to pick up writing style separate from this. The end result of both its style and the expression are weakened. It's 4:20, my dudes! Ah! Up, and it's 4:21 now. Good job, Self. When Yuri finds her train of thought, as if her dimension totally changes. Her stammer is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, it's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques to go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. Let's share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if it was a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Yeah, we read this one. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But you took a long time to read. Yeah, I totally did. I just went, whoop, bleh. Anyway, I read it. Well, I just didn't read the script properly. I think your handwriting is pretty. That's really... It was short and very descriptive. Wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. No.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I want to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Huh? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all.
Really? You must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experience in their work. You should do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. These perhaps the subject of poems only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort and able to let go of the past, assumed to be left without nothing. I swear my tongue has like a blister on it now. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I haven't really thought about it. That's impressive. Eh? It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so
nah. If anything, I could possibly learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you. Me too.
Phew. Guess that's everyone. Finally. Let's around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. My god, it is hot in here now. I need to take this sweat jacket off. Oh, music! Don't think I don't hear that. As if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Is my mouse dying yet? No. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poem can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's why I end up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of papers, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What is with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. You're trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. As if I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Blackstar did too.
The hell? Hold on. Holy shit, I got a cut on my hand. Huh. Balls. I don't know how that came there.
So based on that, I'm glad I gave you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon. Unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Blackstar liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Mitsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. It's not what you just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Blackstar appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go on my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one who spooks magical glue a size bigger as soon as Blackstar started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's like a little... This doesn't involve you. Taking out your own insecurities on others like that.
Oh, what the hell?
You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking. You wanna be edgy, bitch? Edgy. Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just seeing that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know?
Okay, stop.
If you want to prove something, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Whoa! Be careful, you might cut yourself on the edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad, you already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Blackstar hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this.
Suddenly, Yuri turns towards me as she just noticed I was standing here.
Blackstar, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it.
How did I get dragged in this? It's not like I knew everything. What the hell? Of course, let's go. I agree with Yuri. Natsuki! Yuri! 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 Slip me green! Fine, Natsuki. Holy shit! Yuri! Yuri!
Like, hey, Blackstar, why don't we, like, step outside for a little bit, okay? Like, sorry about that. They really shouldn't have, like, tried to get you involved. It's, like, probably better for both of us to, like, stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're, like, done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront, like, my own club members properly. I just, like, wish I was able to be a little more... Oh, shit, my stuff is falling over again. But I, like, never have time to put my foot down against the other. You, like, understand, right? Anyways, if this, like, makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's, like, fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead.
Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom.
Oh, she's crying! Natsuki! Like, oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it.
Yuri's rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri?
I didn't mean it.
I believe you. I had no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did.
Blackstar, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's like fine, Yuri. We know you didn't, like, mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will, like, forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Like, completely. Anyway, like, the meeting is over. So you can, like, go home now if you want.
Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monika.
You can go first, Monika. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm like the president, so I should be, like, the last one out. I'll wait for you to be, like, done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. That kind of sounds like you don't want to be around for something, Yuri. It's not that.
It's not that.
I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Blackstar. It would just be embarrassing if you were listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble. But I, like, really appreciate
You understand? Yep, we're saving. Boop. No, we're just gonna go random this time. I cannot write a story again. I'm sorry, guys. My tongue is just dead, so I can't really work on stories. Fun. Vivid. Sparkle. Eternity. Captive. Inferno. Doki Doki. Agonizing. Whisper. Crimson. And then these last ones we're just gonna go random. Let's go somewhere close to Cry. We're closest to Color. There. Oh wow, I actually clicked one. Oh, okay. We're closest to Chocolate. There. Anime! There. Fantasy! Lovely. Now you go up. No, we're just gonna click Shiny just cause. I hit one. Bliss. And Judgment just to end it. What the hell? Another day passes. It's time for the club meeting already. Gotten a little more comfortable over here in the past couple days. Enjoy club meeting. The usual scene greets me. Welcome back. Hi Yuri. Not sure if it's me or if Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air though. Yuri glances over her shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki's reading manga at a desk. Surprisingly, Monika isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arms and pulls me to the corner of the room. About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before. And something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri, I'm happy that you were considerate and apologized. You didn't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple of days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we were just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. But whatever it is, it didn't make me think any less of you. I had already decided that there's no way you could be a bad person. And now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it.
Blackstar, don't say those kind of things so frankly. They make me a little too happy. I'm really glad that you're such an understanding person. I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything is a little brighter with you around, and... sorry, what am I saying right now? Hey, have you guys seen Monica?
No, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was.
Man. Here, I'm guessing you haven't either.
Yuri's clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her.
No, I haven't. Jeez, this isn't like her at all. I know she's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Natsuki, about yesterday, I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said, and I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So...
Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Huh? Jeez. Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you? But I'll accept your apology anyway if it helps make you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear since I was always afraid you were secretly hating me or something like that.
Oh god, stop that smile, that's creepy.
Not at all. I don't hate you. Well, you kind of are. You're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either.
Natsuki turns to me.
You're still on trial, though.
Hey! Suddenly the door swings open.
Sorry, I'm like super sorry.
There you are.
I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't like worried or anything.
Nah. Well, Natsuki was.
I was not! What took you so long anyways?
Well, my last period today was
like study hall. To be honest, I kind of lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have like heard it since I was like practicing piano.
Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica.
Don't give me more credit than I deserve. I guess I've been practicing for a while, but still not really good at it yet.
Still, that must require a lot of dedication. So I'm still impressed.
Oh, well, thanks, Yuri. You should play something for us sometime.
Like that? Monica looks at me.
Well, look, I am working on a song, but I'm not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will.
Sounds cool. I look forward to it.
Is that like so? In that case, I won't let you down.
Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyways. Guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently. I see. I'm not sure if Monica is referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, blast the luck.
Thanks. So didn't miss anything, did I?
No, not really. Just not to bring up anything that the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki's already run off into the closet.
Blackstar, since your compliment just put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you would like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club.
Yeah, definitely. I planned on it anyways.
Okay. Can we start now? Let's find a place to sit. I'm being a little forceful, aren't I? I'm sorry. My heart just won't stop pounding for some reason.
Don't worry about it. If anything, it's nice to see you have such energy.
Yeah, but I need to try and calm down. I won't be able to focus on reading like this.
Take your time. Yuri takes a deep breath and pulls probably a book out of her place.
Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first?
Not at all.
Thank you very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well.
Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside.
Can you hold this for a second?
Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle.
I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, and I'll go get some water.
She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. Simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerism, especially because of her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodical.
Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you.
I might as well walk with you.
That's okay, you stay here. I won't take long.
Pitcher in hand, Yuri hurries out of the classroom.
Did Yuri leave you again?
No, it's not like that this time. She's just filling up the water pitcher to make tea.
Oh, okay. Sorry for, misunderstanding.
10 minutes pass. You said it wouldn't take long. Something holding her up? I'm bored just waiting here, so I decided to go look for her. Let's see. The most logical place to find Yuri would be the nearest water fountain. I started heading down the hallway. What's that noise? It's coming from around the corner. It sounds like breathing. Sharp inhale, like someone is sucking air through their teeth. Are they in pain? I reach the corner and peer around it. Yuri? Holy shit. What the hell is happening? Okay.
I'm back. Thanks for waiting patiently. Do you like oolong tea?
Yeah, anything is fine. I'm saving.
Very well.
Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you?
Of course. I shouldn't do it less when I'm making tea for others.
Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything?
In that case, you'll only be even more impressed.
Perhaps I will. She fetches a teapot and begins measuring tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself.
Must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show? And you noticed? I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided I would try expressing myself a little bit more. Turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyways.
Ah, that's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much.
You're always worrying about me. It's very endearing.
Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I could keep up with this. I want Yuri to pour a cup of tea for each of us.
I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today?
Why's that?
It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk.
Sorry, I didn't realize.
No worries.
I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? Wonder why that is.
It's mostly because of my giant-ass titties.
Your posture, right? Not your titties. Always hunch over like that while I'm reading.
Yes, I have terrible reading posture. It's totally not my titties.
That's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolates as well. It's a full bag of chocolate candies. I take it, since it will go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our side, as if we're in sync. We assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other.
I can't see too well.
Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. Ah, shit, here comes the principal. I'm gonna get expelled. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri's always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle.
Your teacup.
Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hands is not holding the... That's not holding the book. I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus, because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Curse these big boobs. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears an intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. Put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Ah, sorry. Briefly let go of the book and finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want.
That's okay. I won't take any.
Are you sure?
Well, if I touch it, then I might get smudges on the pages.
You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad.
No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay?
Are you sure?
Of course.
Yep, here we go again. She looks so adorable. Oh, look at her. So cute in those purple eyes. She opens the book with both hands. She holds it so I don't... sorry, guys. My tongue is really sore now. Her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, use all your toes again. I take a chocolate and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips, and the situation was... As if the situation was completely natural, but that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. His expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needed to confirm what just happened.
Blackstar.
Sorry, I guess I shouldn't have done that. Yuri starts to breathe heavy.
I can't. Blackstar.
Suddenly, Yuri forcefully grabs my arm and jerks me to my feet. My teacup gets knocked over. What the hell?
Blackstar. My heart won't stop pounding. I can't calm down. I can't focus on anything anymore. Can you feel it?
Yuri suddenly presses my hand against her chest. Oh, God!
Why is this happening to me? I feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't make it stop. It even makes me not want to read. I just want to look at you. Oh, that's creepy.
Holy shit, her eyes are moving. That is so creepy.
I'm saving.
I can't.
It's like time to share poems.
No, I'm going right to Natsuki.
Well, I can admit that it's better than the last one. It's nice to see that you're putting in some effort.
That's good.
Just make sure you find a little bit of influence from everyone. I think you're at least being influenced by Yuri a little bit, aren't you? I mean, I know you've been, like, spending some time with her or whatever, but you know Monica and I are just as good as her. Poems, I mean. So you should really try to learn something or you never get better. Here's the one I wrote. I'll make sure you learn something from it.
I already read this one. Not reading it again.
Like, not bad, right?
It's kind of a bit longer than yesterday's.
Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that it was the best I could do.
No, of course not.
Anyways, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. The gay one would agree that the subject of the poem is an ignorant jerk. Anyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure, something that you're afraid of people if they find out, they'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone thinks, as long as they're not hurting anyone and make them happy. And people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Such as two of the girls in this very club, whom I respectfully won't name. Kind of ironic. Not even in my one place of comfort, I can't even have people respect me. Jeez, now you're making me complain too much.
What did I do? For what it's worth, I respect you.
Well, I guess thanks. But it's kind of obvious that you respect Yuri more, so whatever. We're done sharing, so you can leave now.
I guess you're up now, Yuri.
I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written today.
Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face.
Do you like it? This one might be even better than yesterday's. How did you pick up on this so quickly?
Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques we're practicing. Maybe that's why you did a good job explaining. I really wanted to give it a try, more imagery. She visibly swallows. Gulp. Even her hands appear sweaty.
That makes me so happy. It's so amazing to feel like I'm valued. Everything that you write is a treasure to me. My heart pounds just holding it. I want to write a poem about this feeling. Is that bad? I'm not being weird, right? I'm having a harder time than usual concealing my emotions. Kind of embarrassed. But right now I just want you to read my poem too, okay?
Oh, this is new. Wheel. A rotating wheel, turning an axle, grinding a bolt head, linear gearbox, falling sky, 7 holy stakes, a dock ship, a portal to another world, a thin rope tied to a thick rope, a torn harness, parabolic gearbox, expanding universe, time controlled by slipping cogwheels, existence of God, swimming with open water in all directions, drowning. A prayer written in blood, a prayer written in time-devouring snakes with human eyes, a thread connecting all living human eyes. A kaleidoscope of holy stakes, exponential gearbox. A sky of exploding stars, God disproving the existence of God. A wheel rotating in 6 dimensions. 40 gears and a ticking clock. A clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of each of the planet. A clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second time. A bolt head of holy stakes tied to the existence of a docked ship to another world. A kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks. A time-devouring prayer connecting a sky of 40 gears and open human eyes in all directions. Breathing gearbox. Beating bolt head, breathing ship, breathing portal, breathing snakes, breathing God, breathing blood, breathing holy stakes, breathing human eyes, breathing time, breathing prayers, breathing sky, breathing wheel.
It doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on your pen. That is a pen fell out of your backpack yesterday. I took home for safekeeping, and I just like really like the way that it writes. So I wrote this poem with it, and now you're touching it. I'm okay. What did I just? Can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem though. Oh, thanks. I think you saw like something earlier that you weren't like supposed to see. I don't want to have to tell you this, but I don't think I have a choice. It's getting kind of like dangerous for you to spend so much time with Yuri. I don't know why, but she seems like pretty excitable when she's around you. Which shouldn't like be a problem in itself, but when Yuri gets too excited, she finds like a place to hide and starts cutting herself with like a pocket knife. Is that kind of like messed up? She even brings a different one to like school every day. Like she has like a collection or something. I mean, it's definitely like not because she's like depressed or anything like that. I think she just like gets some kind of high from it. It might even be like a sexual thing. But like the point is, you've kind of been in something her. I'm not saying it's like your fault though, but I guess that's why I need to explain it all to you. So I think if you keep your distance, it would probably be best to like her. Well, Marietta, don't be shy to spend a little more time with me. To put it like lightly, I at least have it together in my head, and I know how to like treat my club members. But, like, anyways, you wanted to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too.
Save me. Oh god, it's changed a little. Delicious. Wait, oh. Like a knife on a breathing rib cage. Delete her. Oh, what the hell?
Sorry, like that was kind of abstract. I'm just trying to, well, like, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, like, here's Monica's writing tip of like, the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing, like, a difficult decision. When that, like, happens, don't forget to, like, save your game. You never know when, like, who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can, like, hear me. Anything. Please help me.
Okay.
That's, like, my advice for today. Thank you for, like, listening.
You unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read? Things I like about Papa. I like when Papa comes home early. I like when Papa cooks me dinner. I like when Papa gives me allowance. I like when Papa spends time with me. I like when Papa asks me about my friends. I like when Papa asks me about anything. I like when Papa gives me lunch money. I like when Papa gets home before sundown. I like when Papa cooks. I like when Papa gives me privacy. I like when Papa doesn't tell me how to dress. I like when Papa doesn't comment on my friends. I like when Papa doesn't comment on my hobbies. I like when Papa comes home without waking me up. I like when Papa comes feed. When Papa keeps food in the house. I like when Papa uses his inside voice. I like when Papa leaves my stuff alone. I like when Papa accidentally drops coins in the couch. I like when Papa is too tired to notice me. I like when Papa is too tired for anything. I like when Papa is too tired for anything. Okay.
Okay, everyone, like, we're all done reading each other's poems, right? We have something we need to, like, go over today, so, it's like, everyone could come sit in front of the room. This is about the festival. Like, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. This is a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Like, don't worry so much. We're gonna, like, keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little, like, more lively ever since Blackstar joined, and we just started the club actives. This isn't a time for us to, like, become complacent. We still have, like, only 4 members. And, like, the festival is our only real chance to find more, you know? What's so great about getting new members anyways? We already have enough to be considered an official club. More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. That's Doki. I, like, don't think you're looking at the right way or anything. Don't you want to share your passion to make people you can? To inspire them to find the same feeling that brought you here in the first place. The Literature Club should be a place where people can, like, express themselves that they don't anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate that you never, like, want to leave. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work hard and, like, put something together for, like, the festival, even if it's something small. Oh, damn it, I didn't mean to hit that. Right? Oh, come on! You can't take advantage of Blackstar to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, Monica, do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until Blackstar joined. As for me, I did better when I here than I do at home. And Blackstar isn't even passionate about literature in the first place, and that's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one who's interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're present and all, but you should really consider our options for once. Moniko's clearly taken back by Natsuki's words. That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Blackstar want to get more members too, right? I don't know how about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monika wanted, then I would probably be lying. So if it's up to me to rescue the situation, no, Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club, it's nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why'd I even think that anybody here saw it as the same way I did? That doesn't mean that we're against getting new members or anything. Blackstar, why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it? Well, not really something I can be honest about, is it? In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given the choice not to join. Monika sits down and stares at her desk. What's the point of all this anyways? What if starting this club was a mistake? Now you've done it, Natsuki. Wait, me? I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest? It's not about being honest. It's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in this club like that. You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't many other places like that for me. And now Monika wants to take it away from me? She's not taking anything away. No, it's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I would have just joined any other stupid club. But this one, at least it's a little bit of time. Things were nice. Suki starts packing up her things. I'm going home. I feel I don't belong here right now. That's Suki. And Suki ignores Yuri and walks right out of the classroom. This isn't bad. I don't know what to do. Well, do you have an opinion on the festival? I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent, I guess. Who cares about that obnoxious brat? I like how nice and quiet the club is right now. I'm just happy with you here. But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. Nobody would cry if she killed herself. What about you? What do you want to get out of this club? Yuri repeats the same question as Monika. I guess I give an indirect answer better than nothing. I think the most important thing for everyone is to get along. The club to provide something that wouldn't get any worse. I don't think about how many members, rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making the Literature Club a special place. I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities, and it's... Oh God, her eye's bleeding. Stop it. Thank you. Oh, stop it. Each change in member, but the identity of the club as a whole will change to... Stop it! I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. So if you would like to help Monika with the festival, then I'm on your side as well. Alright. Well, maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Maybe not. Hey, look, Yuri. I know things were a little awkward yesterday, but I feel you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president. Also, a wonderful friend. Monika, I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever, okay? Me too. Yeah, let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay. I look forward to it. Shall we go? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit with Blackstar before we leave. Just to see what he thinks of this time here and all that. It's important to me as president. Yuri looks a little troubled. She doesn't protest. Okay. I trust your judgment, Monika. In that case, I'll see to you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Monika waves at Yuri and exits the classroom. Phew. Things have been a little hectic lately, haven't they? Blackstar, I just wanted to make sure you're enjoying your time at this club. I would really hate to see you unhappy. Uh-oh. Something's happening. I feel kind of I'm responsible for that as president. I literally do care about you, you know. like seeing the other girls like give you a hard time. With how mean Natsuki is and everything, and Yuri being a little like, you know. Sometimes it feels like you and I are like the only real people here. You know what I mean? But it's weird because in all the time you spent here, we've hardly got to like spend any time together. I mean, I guess it's technically only been a couple days. Sorry, I like didn't mean to say anything weird. There are just some things I just been hoping to talk about with you. Like things I know only you could like understand. So that's why. Wait, not yet. No, stop. What the? Right, I'm gonna save here, and I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you all so much for watching. I know I'm not sounding as enthusiastic as I usually am, just because my throat is dying from streaming this whole game in one sitting. Anyways, if you like the video, hit the thumbs up down over there. And if you're new to the channel, why not hit the subscribe right beneath me? Thank you all, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye.